That's fine.
We are live, Vanessa. How are
I
you
am
doing?
alive. I'm good. I'm good. Just hanging out.
Well,
Thank you.
yeah, so
it's
we are
pleasure.
trying for like the umpteenth time to have a little conversation here on YouTube. And so what happened is that we tried to pre-record this, and we would be recording, but I couldn't see Vanessa. And we would be showing each other stuff, and there was a lag, so we were talking over each other. We've done it twice now. So today we said, let's just go live and see what happens. Because we were recording on Riverside FM. I downloaded it, and I was like all ready to go. But we're in StreamYard. This is what I typically go live with. But we tried the Riverside, so we'll have to see. I have to go back and revisit the content there, but we are really getting to know each other with all of our dress rehearsals here.
Trial and error, lots of trial and error, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. So if this works, I mean, if we do something like this live, it'll be easy. There will be nothing to edit.
There's no editing, right? And then we can interact with people. It looks like we have 6 people here. So I'm wondering if they are if they are in the chat, if they're I'm going to go up to comments and see, is there a chance to comment? I'm going to post a comment. Oh, all right.
I need to go over. Oh,
hi, honey. This is my friend Lisette, who is here. So Lisette, this is a pen friend. Meet a thrift pen. Okay, we have people here. I'm so excited. Hi, James. Okay, so can you see the chat?
Yeah. I had it on private chat, but then I clicked over. I was like, oh, you mean over
public?
Here? Comments.
Okay, so great. So we have people here. I'm so excited. Let me give everybody a little background, and then we can, oh my gosh, look at all our friends coming in. Okay, so Vanessa and I met in Orlando. Vanessa works with Esterbrook Pens, and she was teaching a wax seal workshop. The Orlando Pen Shop was the first pen show that I had ever been to, and I knew that I wanted to meet Vanessa because I had been watching her Pen Gangsta pen reviews for, the 1 year that I've been collecting pens. And I always thought her sense of humor dry and funny, and she was witty. And one of the things that I really loved about Vanessa's reviews is that they were from a woman. I feel like there's just a lot of men in this space, and a lot of the reviews I had watched were from men, and they were fantastic. Like I started with Stephen Brown and Fig Board and Pens. And of course, Lumpy's going to get loud as soon as
Lumpy
loves to bark. Handmade by Laurier. Hello. And John is here.
So you have to mute your YouTube.
Oh, thank you, Vanessa. Is your YouTube
on? Am I muted?
Maybe it's me. Is that any better? What's going on?
I don't know. It says you have to mute your YouTube.
I wonder if you're even on. Are you even on YouTube?
Wait, maybe she's just saying that because there's a winky face. So I think I've taken it like that because we've had so many technical difficulties. I'm like, is there something wrong? Is this not?
Yes. Oh, okay. Thank you. So we are definitely done.
That was we're fine. So that was my thing. That was me being like weird about it because we've done this. We've had so much trial and error that I was like, oh no, this isn't working either. Really?
So I think when we started, so when Vanessa and I first tried these, side by side things, you sound fine. Okay. Fantastic.
Right.
We were just getting to know each other, and now I feel like I know the birth date of her firstborn and everything because we just keep trying. And I think I like the live.
The 10 numbers to my debit card. Yeah, I gave her everything.
I can buy all the pens that I want.
Yeah.
So
I mean, good luck with
Vanessa
that.
In Orlando, I took her wax seal class Absolutely loved it. She was so much fun. She was just as wonderful in person as I thought she would be. And then we chit-chatted a little bit. We kind of, I don't know, we just chatted. It was fun. And then I thought to myself, I enjoy
Yeah.
Vanessa's content so much. And I love these conversation styles. Like I love Brian and Drew with the pen cast. And I find that I'm always searching YouTube for conversations about pens. Like I love the reviews. I watch them all. But I also just like to talk about pens. And I thought, you know what? Damn it, I'd like to talk with Vanessa. So I texted Vanessa and I literally said, Vanessa, I know you've known me for like 10 minutes, but I have this idea. I think that we should, do some sort of a podcast where we can talk about pens. Because no one in my house wants to talk to me about pens. And he is very spontaneous. She's like, yeah, sure, that sounds great. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And so we've tried.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, it's nice not talking to myself for a change about it. Usually, if I'm filming, it's just me talking to myself and talking to, the camera. But now it's actually interesting to have back and forth, have a response for a change to this.
Exactly. And this is really a treat for Vanessa and I, because this has been the first time that we've actually laid eyes on each other and been able to talk, because the software that we were using, she was blacked out. So I couldn't, we were trying to make, I'm not sure that those videos will ever see the light of day. See someone saying, is there a radio on?
No, not over here.
I think it's a little feedback on my end is what I think.
Yeah, no, I don't have any, just me and,
yeah, no,
my desk.
So Vanessa, one of the things that Vanessa and I were talking about is that how we both enjoy handbags. So we might add that to our stream where we talk about pens and handbags, if people would be into that. This is saying chat with me. Hold on. Vanessa, it's when Lori's talking.
Oh.
It's my fault.
Oh, that's strange.
Problem. It's me. Okay, I'm going to stop talking because I want Vanessa to talk a little bit about what she's doing for Fountain Pen Day. We were talking about it earlier. I found it really interesting. It's something you're going to have we're not going to see. And while you do that, I might switch to headphones and see if that helps.
Okay. So everybody, are we all pen people in here, or is this a part of the thrifting community, or
just my friend Lisette? She's just a love, and she comes to my live and she always helps moderate. So
that's nice.
I'm going to buy her a pen for Christmas.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are, as long as you're here, right?
That's right.
So Fountain Pen Day, as we all know, Fountain Pen Day is the first Friday of every November of every year. And it was invented by my good buddy, Carrie Yeager, of course. And if you have ever had the pleasure of meeting Carrie, really sweet guy, tall guy with a Long Island accent, super nice. And I think he's great. And so, yeah, this ended up being a holiday that he came up with, and it's like kind of took off, because he was telling me it started off really small and it just kind of caught fire, and like every year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and more people join in, and a lot of the retailers participate in it now, so which is pretty exciting. So as far as plans for Fountain Pen Day, no, I don't really have any plans. I'll probably peruse some of the websites or anything. I don't really have anything on my list to buy at the moment. But I can share, I guess I'll share that there's a company or a small retailer in Rome that I always pair up with every year, at least for the last 3 years. And they always have like a special pen that comes out for Black Friday. And this year they have a pen that's coming out for Fountain Pen Day, and it's the Stilo Fetti. So small company over in Rome. And so I will
That's
be
the name of
helping
the
them
shop.
this year. Yes, the shop is Stilo Fetti. So I'm going to help them debut a pen for Fountain Pen Day. So I'll be showing that, I believe, Thursday. See, he said Thursday at 1800 their time. So I could be showing it earlier than that. We'll see. I have to get like my time synced up because that stuff messes with my mind. It's like, wait, are they 6-7 hours ahead? So now my time, they'd be like 11 a.m. or something like that. So, but it is a nice pen. I have it over here. I've looked at it. In fact, it just arrived here yesterday directly from Rome. And I have to say it is from a company we all know and love. And it's pretty good looking. So that's all
I
I
can't
can
wait
say
to
about
see
it.
it.
Yeah. I love helping them do this stuff because they're cool with whatever I do. I could do anything, with the pen and show it any way I want, and they're totally happy with it. So yeah.
That is so exciting. How
Yeah.
is this sound? Any better?
You sound good to me. I don't know about everybody else. Does she sound okay? Here, I have to point this
Do I sound
direction.
okay? I sound terrible to myself.
But I'm with stupid. Like, that those t-shirts, I'm with.
There is an echo.
I have to do it on this.
Yeah, she's with stupid. That's me.
I didn't mean it like that. No, I was because I'm trying to point in the right direction. It's actually the opposite. So I point over here, which I'm actually pointing to the wall. So I have to point in that direction. So it's like.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go back to my other ways and see. I'm gonna mute.
Okay. Well, while she mutes, you think I'm wearing a mic here, don't you? But I'm not. It's actually the Esterbrook Raven. Shameless plug for the Esterbrook Raven. I put it on because I have a black sweater on, so it was kind of blending in a bit. So earlier I was holding it up to my sweater. But she's got to step away. That's okay. I'll keep you guys entertained, right? So I put it up to my sweater to see if you could see it. So I have to do it. And it kind of disappears, right? It's crazy. It's like crazy magic. But then I hold it up here and there it is. It materializes. I know. It's crazy. So anyways, I'm sure you guys, have y'all seen the Raven? It's the new Esterbrook Raven. I've been enjoying it. I think I enjoy it because it's, Halloween is on Tuesday. It's kind of, I like black. I wear a lot of black. So, but yeah. Well, this got awkward. You're still muted.
I know. Okay,
What?
is that any?
There you are. I
So
don't know if you're still echoing.
Well, we're gonna just have to go with it now because.
Yeah, I
do
mean,
sound
if y'all can understand the words coming out of her mouth. What?
I said, is this not meant to be, Vanessa? We've tried so many times.
I don't know. I don't know. If y'all can understand the words that are coming out of her mouth, even with a slight echo, I think we're okay.
We'll hang. So I just got a couple things in the mail today from Cult Pens. We were talking, I think, on our first attempt about whether we're Team TWSBI or Team Kaweco.
Mm-hmm.
And we both are Kaweco people.
Yes.
This is a terrible echo.
I can't hear the echo. You can.
Okay.
Can you
My
hear
mom's
your
on.
echo?
This is Barbara Salvi. Just talk slowly. Okay, Mom. Thank you.
That's.
All right. I ordered some TWSBIs because I am determined to like TWSBIs, and I have had a hard time thus far with them.
If my daughter walked in to let me know something.
I thought you were listening
Yeah,
to
I
my
was.
echo.
I was just. No, I was listening. She's doing something. She's.
So I got this guy. I'm just unboxing it now because I think this one is pretty. And then I also got the
That's a pretty
smoke.
blue color.
Isn't it pretty? Is it the, which one is that one? You are? Try lowering your volume. Okay. Is that any better? How's that? Nope. This is so strange because on my other channel, I've gone live so many times and not had issues. Anyways, these
Maybe
are my
I'm jinxed.
cookies that I just got in the mail. Is that any better with
That
my
smoke one
volume?
was pretty.
But then I can't hear Vanessa. What if I unplug
Yeah.
this?
You see my mouth move though.
I just unplugged my charge just to see. Thank you to anybody who's hanging in here with us. So I bought these inks also because I figured I would try some super shimmer inks with these.
So you've already celebrated Fountain Pen Day. You've already done Fountain Pen Day.
Not really.
I mean, yeah.
I was saying to Vanessa earlier that I watched Apple Boom Bites and he was talking to Carrie about Fountain Pen Day. And he was saying that on Apple Boom, he was going to have 20% off, which he never does. He only does it once a year. So I'm looking on their website. But I got these two shimmer inks. I got Blue Velvet Storm and Schwartz Rose.
Robert Alter inks.
Yeah, they were really shimmery and really pretty. So I figured I would do
that's gonna be
the Schwartz Rose in the black pen and the smoke, and then the blue storm.
Oh, that'll be pretty.
We'll try those out
Those
later on.
Those will complement each other really nice. That'll be really nice together.
I think they will be pretty. And I'm not. Are you a big demonstrator pen person?
I've got a few, and I do like them. With my ecos, I always that's what I use my ecos for because they're not super expensive, and you could put all the shimmery kind of experimental types of inks in it, and always with a broad nib, of course, to
get it nice and juicy. Yeah, I think when it comes to demonstrators, I like the cap to have color. I don't think I like all clear.
Okay.
I think I just decided that recently because I don't always migrate towards demonstrators, but I'm going to give these a try and we shall see how they go. What was the last pen you purchased for your? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, the last pen I purchased?
For yourself.
I haven't reviewed it yet. And I haven't even debuted the unboxing of it on my Instagram yet, but it's this lovely. No, I mean, everybody knows what this pen is. It's the Kaweco Ebonite, the celebration of the 140 years of Kaweco. So yeah, this is so because if so it's like everything's opposite. So yeah, this is my most recent purchase from Apple Boom, of course. So, but I don't know if y'all can see the color on it. It's kind of has a reddish. It's really cool, and it's actually a fine nib, and I'm not a fine nib person. This is that's all they had. I think I got like one of their last ones, but writes so smooth out of the box. I was like, wow, this is actually really, really nice. I love this pen. So
Vanessa,
I like to collect
it.
It's nice and light.
Okay.
Just like any. I mean, it's not. I don't know. I was going to say it's not like as light as their regular lineup, but it actually is pretty light. But I like to collect the specialty Kaweco pens, like the ebonite or the brass or the steel. So
I have the brass, so I was wondering how the ebonite compared. So it sounds like it's much lighter than the brass.
It is, yeah. Oh, yeah. The brass is that's a heavy pen. Let's see. Burgundy with gold is so classy. I agree.
I love
I
that
agree.
clip
That's a
too.
very, I do. I love the clip and I like it. It comes off, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to have a clip.
Yeah, but it
But I like the
adds
clip. I think it
adds a
gives it,
little element.
yeah, it kind of gives it that nice retro look about it. So but yeah, it's a good looking pen, good writer. I
It's
don't have any
beautiful.
complaints about it at all. Yeah, really enjoying it. So yeah.
And Vanessa, you are also going to be attending Pen Fest, which is coming up in Istanbul, and that just sounds so
Yeah.
exciting.
Pen Fest is happening the 18th and 19th of November, and I will be there. Hopefully, I'll be there. There's just so much going on in the world today. Hopefully, it doesn't carry over to Turkey. But yeah, there's the inside of the brochure. These are all the brands that are going to be there.
It seems like it's going to be relatively big.
It's going to be big, and the venue it's in a palace.
No way.
Yeah. So yeah. So I don't know if y'all could see that photo. It's on a river in a palace.
Beautiful. How
It's very fancy.
Marie, the Kaweco pen is the 140th anniversary pen, and it is the ebonite.
Yeah, it's the ebonite. I don't think they've ever done an ebonite before, so it's the same material as this spiffy Esterbrook Model J. I'm just like plugging like Esterbrook's over
that
here.
one's really pretty too. How is that size-wise?
Yeah.
I love that one. That's the rose, right?
So yeah, this is the antique rose. So I can put it next to this is a regular SD, the Raven.
Mm-hmm.
So they're roughly the same size. It's a little shorter than the
that's
SD,
actually
but
bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's no, this is not the pocket pen. Y'all are used to seeing the J pocket, but this is actually a full size. So let me post them so you can see. So posted, they're actually the same size roughly.
And the Esterbrook Raven, well, you have the standard size. I have the button one, which I think is a slightly longer.
Oh yeah,
because of the piston.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
So if you put your ebonite one head to head with the rose, the antique rose, is that what it's called? The Esterbrook?
Yeah. So
which one do I buy?
This is the regular SD. So.
No, that and the Kaweco, the rose and the Kaweco.
So here's so yeah, you can see this has more red in it.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
Versus the brown. So let me get more light on there. But yeah, this is more of a red. This one's more of a brown, gold.
Or burgundy. Okay, it's nice to see them side by side.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, yeah. I'll keep those. I still have to film the review for that.
I look forward to it.
How long have you been doing reviews for? Since 2019, I think. So about 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should see the really early ones are funny. A little bit. The early ones, I have a green screen, so I'll have like some random background,
The Grand Canyon.
I got so, yeah, like it was just, there was a couple, it was just kind of obscure. And I got so tired of putting the screen up every time I wanted to review. So I just started leaving the background as it was. I was like, Yeah, I mean, if Stephen can do it, Stephen Brown can do a regular old background. I can't do. So.
Oh yeah.
He's. I like Stephen Brown. I think he's funny.
He's great. He's great. Sometimes when you would do reviews, when I first started watching you, I felt like to the left you had like a shelf of pens, and I would always like try to peek and see what you had over there. Or like they were like, I don't know if there's a case, but sometimes you had them exposed. And I was like, what's over there? What does she have hiding?
Yeah. Yeah, those were so that was the earlier video. Well, okay. So of course it was earlier. We've been here for a year, and my desk used to be set up in the dining room.
Okay.
So because I had the best light, I had a window right there. So I set my stuff up there. So I would actually turn and be at the dining room table filming. So you would see my desk behind me, and I would set them up. Like you could see little pens there. And so I never knew if anybody ever paid attention to that or not. Occasionally I would have like this. So I would have my wooden mannequin set up, or sometimes this was set up in the background. And, I did it, or I would have like a chalk sign that said, "Hi, Mom," or something on it. So I always wondered if people would notice those little Easter eggs, I guess. So yeah, they were funny. I tried to join the chat, but it wants me to like go through all these hoops and hurdles with my YouTube. So I'll do it another time.
Oh, okay.
But
if there's anything you want me to tell the chat.
Okay. I see you. I see you, all of you. Just please know that I see all of y'all, I see you. I see you, Monica. I see you. I just want everybody to feel. I see you, JJ. Greetings from the UK. Enjoying a pen chat. I see you. Here's
hold on.
a
little love for the folks here. Hi, Joey. Welcome. So why don't you all drop in the comments if you have a plan for Fountain Pen Day? Not a plan.
Yeah.
Do you have a wish list? Is there something on your bucket list that you're excited to get? If you have any questions for Vanessa, one of the things that I love about talking with Vanessa is I still consider myself a newbie with pens, even though I really hit the ground running and I consume a lot of content.
I was going to say, it's been a year.
Yeah, I guess. I still feel like when I talk to people, I don't even think a fountain pen would ever even had ever crossed my mind, even though I was planning, like I was a planner for years, but like, I don't know. I still feel like a newbie. And I think it's fun because I still, and I feel like you're a veteran, and it's exciting. It's fun to talk to you and hear some of the history of just the community, the experiences you've had. I'm not sure if you guys know, but I am in Boston. She's doing a real estate pose with. Is that an art hand? Is that like from art class?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Have you ever drawn that hand?
Yeah, I have. I've used it as a model for different, right there, different things. Wow. So it's just. It's like,
in case you have an itch, you're all set. Everyone is having. Okay, so now this is a friend from Thrift World who just entered the chat. I was saying to Vanessa earlier that sometimes my worlds collide, and it's so sweet to see people from both.
Everyone is welcome here. Everyone, even if you're into collecting spoons, mugs, you can be here too.
Yeah. Does anybody judge you for pen collecting? Have people judged you?
Just my family.
Okay.
Yeah. Just, my kids make fun of me. When I first got into it, it was really funny because they were just like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, like pens, inks, like, why would you need to use that? I've got a perfectly good ballpoint pen here. I was like, well, I said there's something different about, being able to, pick your pen and pick the ink that goes in it. It's like you're personalizing it. And plus the writing experience is so much better than, my hand used to cramp up so bad writing with a ballpoint. I mean, like through grad school, I was just because I write notes. I got to write my notes because it goes to memory that way. But yeah, I mean, I just remember after class, I was like, gosh, that just really killed my hand. But once, I noticed because I still take a lot of notes for research purposes, I mean, I can have long writing sessions and my hand doesn't hurt and that's such a nice feeling. So
It's an added bonus that I didn't expect at all, because I was more interested in like the variety of inks I could use and kind of the beauty behind fountain pens. And then when I did start to write, I realized that I was, like, I call it the death grip, and I didn't need to do that, but that's kind of how I would hold my ballpoint pen to just, force will it to write on the paper. But I've relaxed so much. Yeah, I've noticed I've relaxed quite a bit.
It's strange because I feel more of a connection between, my mind and the paper, even if it's just a sketch. I don't know. There's more of a connection between that, and it's like, like connecting to yourself. I don't know. It just kind of, it's like a feeling, it's like a ballpoint. I don't know. The ballpoint's a ballpoint. Rollerballs are okay. I mean, if I had to use a rollerball, I guess I would. I don't want to. But a fountain pen, I don't know. It flows better. I feel like my thoughts flow better using a fountain pen. It's such a, I don't know. I know I'm not the only one who feels this way about.
Definitely,
I see people describe it.
Yeah. I see people in the chat chiming in. I also feel like you're just a little more personally connected because fountain pens are a little bit of an investment. They can be more of an investment or less, but they are an investment. And so you're choosing a writing instrument that you connect with. You're choosing the nib size that you like, and then you're choosing the color ink and the notebook. And there's so much that goes into it that you do really feel connected, because it is a little bit of a reflection of you, because you're choosing all these instruments as opposed to like, here's a big pen and there's nothing personal about it.
Well, that, and if you get like a nice grind on your nib, that really personalizes it.
Absolutely. And I was just exclusive of it, the whole personal nib grinds when I was in Orlando. And I feel like it really opened my eyes, because now I feel like pens that I might not reach for, like the Visconti that we were talking about, it's like a totally new pen to me. Like, I was mad at this pen and mad that I paid what I paid for it, but I loved the look of it. But you realize really quickly it can be a really good pen, and if it doesn't perform, it's not going to be the one you go for. I just wanted to put this up because Blue says, I wrote with a Tombow mono drawing pen today and hand hurt within 5 minutes. It is nice. I think that a lot of people, talking to my mom, who's, in her 70s, anybody who has like any arthritis or gets, fatigue easily, it's really nice for them, because, you don't have to work so hard at it. And it's so nice. Hi, Beth. Welcome.
But Michael,
51.
That's what I was just reading that one. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Here. Gosh. Yes.
Do you have a retro?
I will write with a retro. And I got this retro because I thought it was so cool. It has the typewriter keys on it. This is actually a proof that Marty was over at Dromgool's like a year ago, and I saw this one, and I bought it because I thought it was cool with the typewriter keys. It has kind of a vintagey retro look. So yes, on occasion.
We'll take the retro. I have one ballpoint that I use, and I can't find it right now. I use it because my mother-in-law bought me a Swarovski crystal pen, and it's a ballpoint. And I use it when I print my labels for thrifting. Like when I sell on Poshmark or eBay, I have a label machine, and it prints on the labels, and then on the back every day I write what it is, Patagonia sweater, or, Madewell jeans, or whatever it is. And I write it on the back, and I can't write it. It will smudge, if I use fountain pen ink. So this is the one time that I use my ballpoint, and it's the one that my mother-in-law gave me, which is nice. Here's another comment that I totally agree with this. It makes me want to write. I was never an avid journaler. I planned a lot, but I didn't really start journaling until I started using fountain pens last year. And it happened to coincide with a time when my dad got sick. And in January, I decided I wanted to do morning pages, and I don't think I've missed a day. If I missed a day, I probably wrote late at night, but I mean, it has been every single day. I'm on like my 4th notebook this year, which for me is I'm the kind of person that never finished a notebook because I'd have a short attention span and I'd want a new pretty one or a new planner, or I was like a notorious for like journal hopping. And now like I just enjoy writing. I look forward to it. And every morning it's like, well, what color am I going to use? And I feel like in my journal, I don't care if it's pretty. Like planners, some planners, I try to get them to look pretty, but then it stresses me out. Like I just like opening up and writing. And that has been a pen thing new to me just within the past year, I would say.
Yeah, Monica, what she just wrote right there. Can I do this in your voice, Monica? I'll just. Since using fountain pens, I have a itch to write and feel awful when I can't.
Well done. That was good. I think that's exactly how Monica would have said it.
Thank you. I'm also a thespian part-time.
I
couldn't resist.
Right. I just got this. I agree with you. It is a little bit, I wish I would feel this way about working out. Like if I miss a writing session, I get very sad and I make sure that I write by the end of the day. But if I miss exercising, that just seems to be like, I'll try tomorrow. But I'm very disciplined with writing and I'm not like that with exercise.
See, I don't keep a journal. I can't. I've tried several times, but I can't. I
So
should.
let's have a therapy session. What is it, Vanessa? Why can't you keep a journal? What's holding you back?
I have no idea. I can't do it. See, if I miss a day on the treadmill, I feel guilty. So
I need some of that.
Yeah.
That's why you're thinner than me. We were talking about something and you were saying you do it every morning, right? That's when is it the first
just Monday through Friday. Yeah. Well, I have my coffee first. And then I do something creative and then I hop on the treadmill.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. But no, I don't write in a journal every day. I write down notes to myself and, on different pieces of paper everywhere. Or I have, I do keep a journal, but it's mostly to jot notes down, something real quick. But yeah, I can't sit there and write about my day or whatever. So,
however, I will say for people who, I have some friends from my Swift channel. Heidi is here and Gary is here. What was
I'm
I
reading it back.
They may not know that you are an artist, though. I mean, you're a true artist. I feel you work in art history.
I don't know if I'm an artist per se, but I'm definitely immersed into the arts and like I live in a creative realm like all the time. That's it's very strange because I guess there's people you got left brain people and right brain people, I guess. Mm-hmm. Apparently I'm completely right brain. The mathematical side does not exist, but anything art related, But,
well, I wonder if that has something to do with why you're not so much into journaling, because you are very active on Instagram and you post your wax sealing stuff and your gel prints and drawings, and you designed a pen for Esterbrook. Like, I think that perhaps it's because you're just more drawn to the more creative things. Like you're going to skip over, not that writing can't be creative. I'm not saying that. I just mean that's more of like maybe your therapy or what relaxes you or what you enjoy more. So you kind of skip to the art.
Maybe. Yeah. I can't get into journaling. And I took a workshop on it at the Dutch Pen Show. I was like, oh, maybe, I'll, maybe I can get into it this way. And it just didn't work. But hey, every day I can do something creative, like this morning I did a greeting card.
What's that?
Who's the greeting card for? Here,
Oh,
I
a
did
greeting
color
card. I
coding.
thought you said a reading card. I'm sorry. Let me see
Oh,
your
no.
card that you created.
So I did this one this morning.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This is one of the prints, the gel prints I did over the weekend. So I turned it
wow.
into a card. And I was thinking the caption for this could be, you know, she's obviously thinking about something. Maybe she's thinking that she needs to schedule her dental cleaning soon. You know, this would be a great announcement to send in the mail to someone saying, have you thought about scheduling your next dental cleaning?
Is that what everybody was thinking of when they saw that?
Probably
I was
not.
thinking that's the real estate pose we were talking about earlier. Right?
Yeah, the real estate agent pose, it's a, you know, it's a certain like.
Exactly. What did
It's like-
Gary say here? Hold on one second. Mom or grandparent, I've told 50 college kids to get this for their parents. What are you talking about, Gary? A fountain pen, perhaps?
Everybody should have a fountain pen.
Everyone should. I just wanted to put this up because Felicia said,
Oh, yeah.
journaling keeps me sane. I need to get the madness out of my head and think with clarity. Fountain pens encourage this form of everyday therapy to keep me clear and productive.
That
I
makes
relate
sense.
very much to this.
See, I see that's what I do with this. That's what I'm doing here is just kind of getting, you know, like
Getting it out. Or even with you. See, you're also on the treadmill. So I think you get some stuff out on the treadmill.
Yeah, I get that out there too, for sure.
For sure. I don't necessarily, I mean, depending on what kind of a night I had the night before, even if it's not like madness, it's just kind of more just getting my thoughts out and then I can be more organized in the day.
I didn't. Hey, Roxy, what's up? I didn't realize you were on here. Sorry, I'm trying to read the comments. Yeah.
That's okay. Same as Vanessa with journaling. I try and I want to write every day, but it's hard for me. I think it's my ADD. I need to be as committed to journaling as I am to working out.
Oh, so she works out too. Good for you, Roxy.
That is great.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could journal while I'm on the Peloton, how that would work out.
Actually, I edit videos while I'm running on the treadmill. I know that's really dangerous, but I feel that multitasking is very important.
Did you say running on the treadmill?
Running on the treadmill. I have my phone. I'm like editing.
That's impressive.
It helps the time go by faster. And I'm listening to music, you know, at the same time and singing along with it. Running.
Multitasking to the
a
next
mad
level.
person. Mad person running.
Daredevil. Absolutely. Artsy and snarky. Is she referring to Vanessa?
Snarky. I think she's talking to you, Lori. You're artsy and snarky.
That is too great. I love it. Yeah, I really do. So funny enough with my Peloton, I don't really watch the Kardashians, but it's definitely like a little bit of like a guilty thing. So I want to say in February, I said I will only watch the Kardashians when I am on the Peloton. And I've only watched one episode. I have refused to watch it outside because I feel like it makes the time go by fast. The crazy thing is I'm so happy when I'm on there, but like I just haven't been.
You just have to find a way to zone out. That way you're not thinking about moving, but you're moving.
Yeah, I don't even hate it. I just never prioritize it. Vanessa, will you be at the Arkansas Pen Show in March?
I've never been to the Arkansas Pen Show. I hear it's pretty decent though. I don't know. My husband gets annoyed that I keep adding more pen shows to my roster. He keeps saying, I think your pen show season should be over by now, right? I was like, I don't know. Depends.
I don't know. I got to catch a plane to Turkey, honey. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I came back from DC and told him about it. He was just like,
he must be happy for you though.
I think he is, but I think, you know, I don't think he knows what to do with this information. The pen show thing. I mean, he thinks it's, you know, a lot of like his mom even talked to him about it. She doesn't understand it, why I run off to these pen shows alone. And
does he have any desire to go to the pen shows with you or like?
He's been to one.
Okay.
He went to the Dallas Pen Show with me back in 2019. And he hasn't been back to a pen show.
That was enough for him.
He was like, I have no desire to go to another pen show with you. That was lame. And I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't need you there.
I think it's funny what were you just saying? I wanted to say something about I think I asked one of my best friends if she wanted to come to a pen show with me. And she said no to the Orlando one, but then she said, I could be convinced to go to the one in the Netherlands. So perhaps I'll go with you there. It has to be a really good destination.
That's a good one. I went for the first time back in June, and it was nice. Although for most of the day, because it's only a 1-day thing. It's on a Sunday. It's only 1 day, and I spent probably 75% of the time in workshops because I did my workshop and then I sat through other people's workshops. So
You missed the show.
I missed quite a bit of the show. You know how I usually do my walkthrough through the show and I put it on my Instagram, and I only did one room and I didn't do the whole other room because by the time I got on workshops, it was 45 minutes till the show closed and people were putting their stuff away. And I was like, well, I guess I won't be doing this room.
Have you convinced Yost, do you think, to maybe expand and do 2 days next year?
A lot of people keep talking to him about that. I don't know what, Yost is going to do what he wants to do. And
Yost.
Yeah, I could put my 2 cents in, but ultimately Yost does what Yost wants to do.
All right. Why doesn't everybody DM them if they want like an extra day, perhaps?
Yeah, send him a message. I think right now he can only handle a day of it. From what I understand, organizing and putting together a show it's a bit chaotic and stressful. So maybe the 1 day is all he can handle.
Yeah, maybe since he's doing it so much on his own.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
So Vanessa, I had a couple questions from our earlier conversations in my little notebook here. So I'm wondering. Wow. Okay, here's a question for you. This is kind of like inspired by Brian and Drew because they always ask hypothetical questions.
Sure.
If you had $500 to spend on Fountain Pen Day on Friday, but you had to also buy paper and ink and a pen or a case, some combination of 3 things. Can you think of what would be on your list? What would be exciting to buy? I'm just throwing that at you. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's probably not enough money, but I would, and I don't know if it'll be out yet, but that new Pelican M600, the red and white stripe.
Well, perhaps if you could use Yoast 20% off, you could do it. I think I've seen it for about 5-ish.
Well, at Colt Pens, it's a little less than it is. It's about $100 less. Really? I don't know how much Yoast is going to sell it for, but yeah, I mean, that's definitely my next.
That's really pretty. That would be really pretty for the holidays as well.
Yeah, it looks like a candy cane, kind of.
And so what about the ink? What ink would you use for that pretty pen?
Wow. See, everybody wants me to say red, but I would actually probably put like a blue ink in it with the red. Yeah, just something different. Yeah, but yeah, I would like that pen. And paper, I have so many journals I haven't touched yet. I don't need any paper.
No paper, you're all set. You're going to put it all into the pen.
Yeah, all into the pen. I don't even need a case. I got so many cases, I don't even know what to do with them.
I know. I feel like the cases have added up really quickly.
They do add up very quickly. I have plenty of cases. I'm good. So
I'm doing a little video that will probably come out tomorrow. I was going to try to post it tonight, but probably tomorrow. But I got these cute little cases from this company called Pen Trendy House. And they have this like kind of like high gloss, and I got one in olive as well. But then they have like a matte finish. And the guy was really sweet. They're from, where did I say earlier? They're in South Korea. Yeah. And I like this color. It's festive. I can lend this to you when you get your red pen.
Sure. The leather looks very soft.
The leather is beautiful.
It looks really nice. Yeah.
I think
Does it smell good?
It does. Smells really nice. And the packaging was nice. Lumpy, I think Daddy's home.
Lumpy. Lumpy,
So
Papa's home.
Papa,
Your
I
Papa's
just
home.
want to, I'm still in Scribble land. So I'm with you. Vanessa got a Scribble that did you share that already?
I did. I showed it on my Instagram. It's on loan right now from Appleboom. It looks yellow on the screen, but it's actually more green yellow. But it glows under black light, so I had fun with that.
That is wild.
I mean, it is bright. It's called the Puma Art.
Oh, so is that a new model?
It's a Puma.
Oh, Puma. Okay.
Puma. But yeah, the name of it's Art. I don't quite understand it. I don't know if it's referencing like pop art or what kind of art, but it's very vague. So
that's different than the feel. The Puma, is it faceted? No facets.
No, this is not. It actually has. I don't know if you can see it. The light's kind of shut here. Maybe you could see it that way. There's a single facet right here, and it says Scribo, and then it also has it back here, so it'll keep the pen from rolling off the desk.
Oh, that's interesting.
So yeah, so it is so it looks like a cigar shape, but it's not your typical cigar shape. It's flat.
I was going to say the Scribble feel kind of has that hourglass shape that comes in the center.
Right. Yeah, I think they said that they modeled that off of ancient columns, architectural columns.
Oh, interesting.
That's why it's shaped like that. It looks like, this is what I'm gonna get real nerdy on you guys, like a Doric column. So Google it.
That's the kind of column.
Yeah, it's like there's 3 specific columns that were used in ancient architecture and is still used in modern architecture today. So you have the Doric, Corinthian, and Ionic.
Oh my gosh!
So
that's why we have Vanessa on the show.
Yeah, that's yeah. Oh, got hooked on rickshaw cases. I just saw it, dude. I have so many rickshaw cases.
Oh, sorry.
It's not even funny. They need to make like a sleeping bag, rickshaw sleeping bag for human cases, so it can lay.
We would never get out of bed.
Could you imagine? It's so soft and plush, and I crawl right in there, and it's kind of cold outside right now, so you crawl in there with like a bowl of chili, no beans, and some cheddar cheese on top of that.
Chili must be good in Texas.
Oh man, you know it's Tex-Mex. I always tell people are like, "Oh, I love Mexican food." I was like, you need to try Tex-Mex. Well, it's the Texas version of Mexican food, and it's really good.
How is it different?
I don't know. I don't eat Mexican food. I eat Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
I've never been to Texas.
Oh, wow. You're missing out.
I am. Jay just got home from Austin. He was there last week.
But yeah, Austin's like a different planet. It's a cool town, but it's different from like the rest of the cities in Texas.
That's the impression. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't even describe.
Is it pretty progressive, hippie?
Yeah, and it always has been. You know, Austin's always been known for that. Where you have Dallas and Houston is more kind of a metropolitan. Yeah, and San Antonio, well, you got the Alamo there, so, and the Riverwalk. So it's but yeah, Houston and Dallas are more like these, you know, metropolitan type of areas, and San Antonio is kind of laid back, and you know, you've got like some, you know, historical touristy areas in downtown, and then Austin is, it's weird. It's Austin. It's you know, it's Austin.
It's Austin. I have no
but
reference.
It's a cool town. I mean,
this is a little rickshaw that I've had in a bag.
I think I love that pattern on it.
It's really pretty. This would be nice to wear then. But for those of you who don't know rickshaw, it is literally like a pillow for your pen. And this company's out of California, and it's the softest material you can put your pen in that you can possibly imagine.
Yeah.
I wasn't really crazy about a lot of the patterns because I tend to be more like plain neutral girl. But I did.
That's like perfect. The roses and
Yeah, this
I
is
love
still in the
that.
package. I've never used it. They sent it to me when I ordered. I got the can't think of the word right now. The Sakura. It's like black and pink. The Sakura flower.
Oh,
It's really
like
pretty.
the Japanese textile.
Hmm.
Oh, I
And
have a couple of those. Those are nice.
I want to say
Very
it's like a
nice.
maroon color, like a wine color with like soft pink flowers and white and black. It was
Oh
grand for
yeah.
me. I liked the color palette.
Yeah, Mark, I've met him for the first time in DC, and he's like such a nice guy. He's, very cool. But I've talked to him over the years. I did sticker designs for him a couple falls ago,
Oh,
and
wow.
we've only communicated, through Instagram or emails. And yeah, I finally met him in person. It was so nice to, it's nice to, when you get to finally meet people you've talked to online in person, shake their hand. And,
Yes, it is
it's
nice.
very cool. It's very cool.
I watched his interview that Drew, I think it was Drew Brown. Was it Drew who did an interview with him? And I thought his story was really fascinating.
I don't know his story.
Well, I think he comes from like an entrepreneur background.
Okay.
He wanted to, I'm really paraphrasing, but I mean, I think he just wanted something that was more that he could keep in touch with, like something smaller that that he could really be in the trenches with. And
Okay.
he chose this route. And I don't know if he started making bags and then
Yeah, I
it
think he started off
evolved
with bags.
to the pen cases. I just thought the interview he was a really interesting guy. We're talking about the
Yeah.
founder of Rickshaw Pens.
Yeah, he's super nice. He's a very friendly guy. Yeah.
And he typically is one of the sponsors, or I think this year for the San Francisco Pen Show, right?
Yeah, I think so actually, because that's his hometown. So I haven't been to the San Francisco show. I would love to go someday. Maybe next year, maybe not.
Just add it to your schedule. Your husband
Just
won't
add
mind.
it to, gosh.
Has anybody ever seen Something About Mary? Who hasn't seen Something About Mary? Jason said he's going to be like Magda with my dog. Remember the old lady Magda?
I liked Magda. She was funny. She
was such a great character.
Yeah, she was. Well, that lady that does she did that one role in another Farrelly Brothers movie. It was the bowling one. I can't think of it.
Oh, I don't think I saw that.
Oh, I can't think of the name, but Woody Harrelson's in it, and Randy Quaid, and she plays like the
same woman who plays Magda?
Yes, she plays like this landlord. You have to see it. It's really funny. But she's a great character actor, that woman. I don't know what her name is, but she's funny.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah. Kingpin. Thank you, James.
Kingpins.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's an older movie, but yeah, she is like.
Oh, I'll have to watch it. I love Woody Harrelson too.
Yeah.
Lumpy.
Lumpy is so cute.
He's so fresh. He's been really good today, relatively speaking. I mean, considering
that's cool.
We started recording at 4:00 Eastern time.
Yeah.
With all the technical difficulties, and then we went like past 5.
Yeah.
We took about a 20-minute break and then decided to get on here and go live.
Yeah, that's what she's like. You're talking about live. I was like, let's just go live. I mean,
I feel like it's leveled off a little bit. Maybe there's still a little feedback for me, but it seems to be behaving more or less now.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So I hope all 4 people who are logged into that, I hope y'all are having a good time.
No, we have 36 people watching.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I think that's what the little I means. That's who's watching. I just think we have 4 or 5 people who are commenting. Does anybody have questions for us? We're at about an hour now. I can't believe it's already been an hour.
I know. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So anybody
out?
Sure. What pen do you want to see? I can. Yeah.
What was the last pen you wrote with? Was it that neon one?
Yeah, it was actually, but here I'll show you a pen that I inked up recently that I forgot that I had.
Damn, I hate when that happens.
I was looking for something and I was like, oh
Oh,
yeah,
that's pretty.
I remember that pen. It's from last September, the September of 22. And this is the Leonardo Fiore. I'm not Italian.
You're doing a good job.
It's a love potion.
Ooh.
So it's orange and purples and pinks. Pretty pen. And
it's really pretty.
Yeah, this was a limited run. And it's got a 18, I think it's 18 karat, no, 14 karat rose gold stub nib on it.
Ooh, I love the rose gold. I can't tell that it's rose gold from here.
Yeah, it is, believe me. It definitely is. And what? JJ's never been to a pen show? Yes, they allow you to test out pens before buying. Absolutely.
Yeah, that I think is the beauty of it. For me, that was my first pen show. And
yeah,
I think sometimes you go in there thinking you know what you want to get, and then you start trying things and you totally change your mind. I mean, and for me, 90% of my fountain pen experiences have been online. I mean, I do have Apple Bloom, so I've been there once. I got Candy, the pen, the Esterbrook pen that Vanessa designed when I was in Boston. And I've traveled to New York City to the Fountain Pen Hospital and to Yoseka Stationery. So I try my best to get in person, but there's nothing like just being there with thousands of pens to try. And people
people are actually very nice about, especially if you go to a pen show and you want to look at a pen and handle a pen. I always ask before I handle the pen. I mean, it's people are very nice about it, but I was like,
I guess that's pen show etiquette, right?
Yeah, I try to be, because it's their product they're trying to sell. And is it okay if can I touch your baby? Okay, thank you. And they'll let you, usually what they do is they let you dip the nib in ink and try it that way, but not ink it up all the way.
Right.
So but yeah, they'll have like tests. Like Esterbrook always has a thing of testers. So you could test all the pens before you buy a pen or anything like that. So
you know what I really love too is I worked with Kurt Spear from Pen Realm, right? And he was the one who he tuned a couple of my nibs and we did a couple of custom grinds. But he had like a notebook, and actually he had Twisbies with all the different nib grinds. So you could try the needle point and you could try, like, I ended up getting the Waverly. He just whacked his face.
I know, I saw that.
Hey Jay, we might need an intervention with the puppy.
Come get your baby.
Come get the baby.
What was it?
That's really not nice, honey. Well, actually, after I took your wax seal class, given the Esterbrook, is it Blue Nouveau or Nouveau Blue? I always get them confused. Blue Nouveau?
I think it's Nouveau Blue, but it doesn't matter. I mean,
that was the handle of the wax seal that we got. That was like, and so I had been on the fence about getting this pen. And so right after Vanessa's class, I'm like, I'm just going to walk right over to Esterbrook with you because now I need this pen.
Well, it matches the handle. It's all.
Oh, it does. But it's so pretty because it's got like beautiful brown in here. But what was so nice is that I wanted the journaler's nib. That's Gina.
Solarino's
Solarino. And they didn't have any there. So Carrie gave me, I got to pick the nib that I wanted. So I chose a medium nib. And I also got like one of those pretty little brass bookmarks that they were giving away with the nib. And then they sent me the journaler. Like I got home, and it was like 2 days later, the journaler nib arrived. So I got an extra nib out of the deal. And
that's like a $50 upcharge. The specialty nib. Did you pay for the specialty nib, or?
I think I may have paid for the nib, but I think it was less expensive than what the online was. Plus, I got the extra medium nib, which was nice because I had like a fine nib that I bought secondhand in Esterbrook, and now I can use that. Now I can use that.
Yeah, or you can. Yeah, if you need to swap it out or something, you have that spare nib too, that's not a bad thing to have.
Exactly. So I do think the pen show got me a little bit more at ease when it came to a custom grind or swapping
Yeah.
nibs or just getting a little bit more creative with pens, you know?
Oh, definitely. That's what I always encourage. Yeah, Iron Mike. Yeah,
I'm like,
it's on.
it's, oh, you know what? This was a real spontaneous decision. We literally made 30 minutes before we went live.
Yeah.
So for people who are just entering the stream, thank you guys so much for being here. I'm here with Vanessa Langton. She is Pen Gangsta on YouTube. We met at the Orlando Pen Show, and I had a thought that I would really love to do some sort of a regular show. There she is, the Pen Gangsta. We don't mess with the Pen Gangsta. But I really wanted to do a show like, I mean, maybe we could just do this live. This would certainly be
That's what
easy.
I kind of think the live is a lot fun. I like the interaction with people
I would agree.
watching than doing a pre-recorded thing. I just personally,
This just goes. And then the only thing
yeah,
is that neither Vanessa nor I are like huge like night people. We kind of like want to shut it down.
yeah, I'm not. And I know that's when people are getting off of work. So it's, you know, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. But
I
I
have
feel
a
like
life.
if we do it at a time that works for both of us and we're consistent about the time, then maybe people would just get used to it or be able to, you
Yeah.
can always tune in afterwards.
Yeah. Or yeah, I mean, if it's posted afterwards, you can tune in there. And so Iron Mike says, I've seen a bunch of Pen Gangsters videos.
That's how I
That's
discovered
cool.
Vanessa, was just finding her videos, and she was great. And I was saying earlier that it was really nice to have Vanessa's input on stuff because she is a woman. And I think we kind of like girly things, for lack of a better word. I think we like pretty things. And so
I
I
like pretty
thought,
things.
yeah.
I like pretty stuff. Also, I just want to tell Iron Mike, you're welcome.
You've seen a few of her videos. You're a lucky guy. I just
You're
saw
welcome.
one recently on the Waterman Careen and
Oh
Exception.
yeah, that's a nice pen. I haven't inked it in a while. I should, because it's such a. Have you ever used the Waterman Karen or
Karen,
the
I'm
French?
sorry.
The Karen.
Karen, I've never, I think I wrote
It's
with
actually quite. It's a nice. It's such an interesting, because it's kind of a hooded. Well, the nib is like attached to the pen. It's interesting pen, but it writes really nice. It's just an interesting pen.
Do you own a Waterman pen? Do you own that one, or were you reviewing
Yeah, yeah, that's yeah, I got one. It was I got it from Boutique Pens, the one that's in Maryland.
it? Okay.
Pen Boutique? Are they Pen Boutique? I think. Yeah, inlaid nib. Thank you. And he has it in marine amber. That's a beautiful pen too.
Ooh, I
I
bet
got the
that's
one. It
beautiful.
has a blue barrel with the silver cap, which is really really nice. Yeah. Watermans are, they're very underrated pens. And they're good pens is the thing, but I think it just has a lot to do with they don't put a whole lot into their advertising, and they don't connect with the end users. And that's what Esterbrook does differently. Esterbrook
They're
totally
masters.
connected. Yeah, and it's Brian Holzer. He's the guy behind. Brian is very much he's very much in tune with marketing. He's brilliant.
I feel like it comes very natural to Brian. I mean, he is just so good at connecting with people. And I mean, I do feel like Esterbrook in and of itself feels like a community.
It is
a community.
It is, and he likes to connect with people. He likes to connect with artists to present the pens, which that's how he found me. But yeah, he says that he finds all these talented people. He doesn't. He's so modest. He doesn't give himself credit for being creative with the ideas. All of these ideas for like the names of the pens. I think they at the office they talk about the names of the pens, but the concepts, like I did a project with him a couple of years back for the Gold Rush pen. And the art was totally his idea. I just executed the art, but he's like, oh, yeah, I want to, you know, he's a gold miner and he's doing this and that. I'm like, okay. So we would send images back and forth like this. And then I would draw it and you're like, that's exactly what I was thinking. It was like, perfect.
That's amazing. So, it's like the architect and the builder. So like, you know, he had the concept.
That's exactly what that relationship is like. He'll come to me with an idea and we kind of talk about it a bit, and I'll send you some pictures from what I'm thinking about. And then I just kind of put it together and to, you know, help him visualize the idea. So we have a really good relationship like that.
That's really exciting. It must be fun for you too, to be able to get these ideas, and
it is a lot of fun.
He's so creative.
That's why people, they go to the pen shows and I'm always at the Estabrook counter and they think I work there. I don't work for them at all. I mean,
I thought you did.
I know I do jobs with them and we collaborate a lot, but no, I really enjoy the company of the guys who work with Kenro, and you know, we've all become friends. I mean, I'm friends with them. I've been, you know, hanging out with them for years now, and I'm very fortunate to have that relationship with them. So, but
I was thinking about the Raven, speaking of marketing, and I thought to myself, everyone wants this pen.
Good. It was a really good. I'm sure that the whole Raven thing was Brian's brainchild. You know,
when you look at it like
the name,
to me, I think it came out around Halloween. They had an artist who did the beautiful artwork with the Raven, and they put it on blotter paper and sent it to people. It's just such a stealth matte black. There it is. And you got like 3 sheets. It's somewhere peripheral.
Yeah, there's I have them here. Of course, it's her name is Ann Nosak, and her Instagram handle is at KLEINES_P. And
sharing that.
She is a really good artist. She did a workshop at the Dutch Pen Show, and I took her workshop, and she does like beautiful images of wildflowers with watercolor. She's very talented.
Oh, wow.
So that's what Brian finds, you know, all these talented people and does little projects with them. And I think it's just cool. And I think that is part of, you know, he connects the art community with the journaling community, with the pen community, and he's very brilliant. So
I did think that the Raven was such a great example of all of that, and how people were so excited to talk about it. And then they're very generous. They sent a lot of pens out to people for review, and it's a great pen, and they have a great product.
Oh, Monica has something else to say.
Oh, thank you.
I must say, Vanessa, you're very approachable. I know. We've never met in person, but
you've been super nice.
You've been super nice.
So approachable.
Monica,
I agree.
Monica,
she's
you're
very
welcome.
Easy to talk to, and she's funny. In case you haven't noticed.
You are welcome.
The piston one sold out pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't have the piston. It looks very cool. I'm hoping that they do that with more Estabrook pens. The button filler. That's a really cool concept. And you filled yours up. Is it really?
Yeah, it's like. And what Carrie was saying with Yoast, I believe, is they designed that specifically so you could kind of do it one-handed, so you wouldn't have to be like doing the whole bit. And you keep clicking it, and then you could use. I really enjoy the ink window as well.
Yeah, hopefully they will. I hope they do that with more pens in the future.
He did say that if it is something that is successful, and
that they might do that,
that they would, we'd probably, and that would be unique to Estabrook. That whole, it was the button fill is a system that was in existence, or is it on some vintage pens? I'm not. See, this is where
it's a vintage. I actually have a vintage Parker that was my grandmother's from the 1940s.
Oh, wow.
And it's a button filler. And that's how I knew exactly when I saw that. I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, I haven't seen anything like that on a modern pen. So yeah, that's what I like. That's another thing. You know, Esterbrook's it's a vintage brand. You know, it's been around since 1858, and you know they resurrected it, and just like someone else had Esterbrook prior to Kenro Industries,
right?
And they just didn't know how to market it or to work that magic. And it's like Kenro gets a hold of it, and they've only been doing this since 2018, I think, is when they got the brand.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I mean, so in that short amount of time, I mean, it's just been really, you know, it's really taken off, and people are really interested in Esterbrook. And I really like that they use like this Model J, for instance. You know, they brought some of the qualities of the classic J into this modern pen. Like the clip is a lot like the vintage clip of the old Esterbrook's. And so I like that use of nostalgia.
I think they do a really good job tying it all together. And also the fact that you can use their old nibs, the vintage nibs on a modern pen, just using an adapter.
Right.
So with that, the pen show that I mentioned, the pop-up in Monson, that I went to when the Commonwealth one was closed, everybody was closing up shop. I had bought the vintage pen that I bought from Mike was called a Senator. I'd never heard of it, but I sat down. It was just a little burgundy. It kind of looks a little bit like a Kaweco. It's about that size. It's an italic fine nib. It just wrote so nice. And I wasn't looking to spend a lot because I had just gotten back from Japan and Orlando. So I wanted to stay like under a certain budget. And I was looking at Parker's and Waterman's just because those are the brands that I associate with vintage pens. I feel like there's a lot in existence, or people that reference them. But the Senator was the one that I settled on. But on my way out, the show was closing, and there was this guy, and he was selling. He was really nice guy. His name was Sid. And I think he's on the North Shore. I think he has like a pen club that he attends in the Boston area. He's like in his 70s, and he texted me and he's like, "You should join our pen group." He was so sweet. So I'm hoping to make it to like some sort of a pen gathering on a Saturday with
that would be fun.
Yes.
That would be a lot of fun.
What did you hear about the Monson pop-up? It was just kind of like circulating in the online because the Commonwealth pen show was canceled. And so it was a lot of the people who were supposed to be attending the Commonwealth that ended up there. Anyways, I was on my way out. He had an Esterbrook honeycomb. Is that that one? And he attached to it was the
adapter, the little
adapter. And then I was able to choose a vintage nib, like it was new old stock of a vintage nib from Esterbrook. Cool. And the price was like, I don't know, it was like $120 for all three of those things. It was so great. So it was really exciting for me because I got to come home and swap nibs. And I think that Esterbrook is so good. I think that's such a cool thing that you can literally blend the old with the new.
Here. Oh, wait. Do I still have? Oh, okay. I actually still have. Okay, so this Esterbrook. I was like, I'll show because people were talking about this. Maybe they don't know what it is.
That's pretty.
I decorated it. It's a regular black.
Oh my goodness.
Black Esty. And I had this idea. I approached Brian and said, "What if I painted like a black pen to match the butterfly?"
Oh my goodness.
So
seriously.
So this is it's gel nail polish.
Vanessa, this is why you're not journaling.
I can't journal. This is what I do is stuff like this.
That is beautiful.
So yeah, it's on the cap too. I just have so yeah, they match the little butterfly book holders, but I have the adapter with the vintage nib in it. I forgot I still have this one.
Oh, I see it. Yes, it's like that little black piece.
Right. So this,
and it screws right on, and then you can use a vintage nib with it. That looks beautiful together.
So this isn't the regular grip section that comes with the SD. This is the adapter. And so it is shaped so you can use one of these vintage nibs in there and put it on a modern Esterbrook. And this will fit. This is an oversized SD, and this will fit a regular size SD.
Yep. Vanessa,
so
I see a new pen in our future. I feel
I
like
don't know
we
if
should do that.
I don't know if he'll make it or not, but it would be fun to have. Because I got the idea from, Bungo Box. They always have these pens, like it'll be like a Twisby with, painted stuff on it. And I was like, that would be cool to paint on a Esterbrook. And
You did such a good job. And I love that it's like not
So
too
I was
much.
like-
And I love that you put it on black. Will you make me one?
maybe if you want me to. Oh, I have trouble. Like everything is opposite, so I keep going to the
I
wrong
can't believe you did it with gel nail polish. Honestly.
gel nail polish, and I got some fine brushes. So, and now I would cure it under the light,
under
because
the
that's
UV
what
light.
my nail polish is, gel nail polish, because it stays longer. So, and then I just put a little bit of clear over that, and it stays just fine. I mean, it's not coming off.
That is
So-
wonderful.
Yeah.
Roxy says you introduced her to Esterbrook
No.
fountain pens through your YouTube channel. Now she has 6 or 7 and hoping to add another one soon.
Well, Roxy, you're welcome.
I will say that's the thing. I also have this struggle where I'm like, I could get another Esterbrook for X amount of dollars, or I could save up and get like a Mont Blanc or something like that.
Like
and
a big,
I struggle with
spend.
that. At least I try to get like a different nib size, because then you feel like you're just buying the same pen with a different. But I think with Esterbrook,
Right.
I get to mix it up, because now I have my journaler's nib, and then Kurt made one a Waverly, which is like a Fude nib.
Oh yeah, I don't have that nib from him yet. I've been thinking about getting that next time I see him. Unfortunately, he will be in Houston at Dromgool's on the weekend of the 11th and 12th. I have to go to Austin that weekend. So I'm going to miss him. And Bryce from Luxury Brands will be there that weekend. And so will David Oscarson. So have you seen David Oscarson's pens? He wasn't at the Orlando show.
I don't think so.
His pens are like works of art, made all of sterling silver with enamel overlay, and they cost up to like $10,000 a pen.
Whoa.
I mean, they're just like, yeah. And if you talk to him about his pens, and I've done it, he's such a nice guy. He's very friendly, very approachable, and he's ridiculously good looking. I tell him that all the time. It's like, you're the most ridiculously good looking person here.
That's why you keep doing all those pen shows.
But he's such a nice guy, but he will tell you like the story and the concept behind every pen, because there's always a concept related to it. It's very interesting to hear him talk about it.
That's fascinating. I think that's the other thing about pens, when people are like, why pens? I do think that the creators and the makers of these pens, there's always a story, and it just makes the connection deeper. And then I think it's really interesting. Like when I went to Japan, I only wanted to immerse myself and get Japanese made pens and find all the ink that I could only get in Japan, because that was really fun. And I 100% plan to go to Italy and do the same thing someday. And just, there's always a story. And then you go to the pen shows and you see all the small makers. Like I met Bart from Zodiac Pens, and I feel like
I got to meet him finally
incredible.
Too.
And it was just nice. And we met the folks from Tailored Pens. Those were the 2 small makers that I bought at the Orlando show. And I don't know, it just adds meaning to all of it. It's really nice. Somebody said something about their mom back here, and I wanted to share it.
Their mom?
I have my mother's Esterbrook LJ from 1950s with a left oblique nib.
That's so
wonderful.
Cool.
Thank you, Janice. I love that. They have so many different nibs.
Oh my gosh. If you can look online for it, you do a search, you can find an image. I mean, it's like a poster of every single nib. And I swear there's got to be like 100 nibs on there. It's like a nib for all, every occasion, like the accountant nib, the list making nib, I mean, it has like all these different names to them.
I wonder like what the subtle differences are in each of the nibs.
I don't know.
Fascinating. I think I got a firm medium nib because right before I went and got that little What is that one?
This one is a 2668, but I think it's like a firm, basic writer.
This is what I don't like about filming down here is all of my pen stuff is upstairs. I have like my one little case, but all like my Esterbrook J and a lot of my Esterbrook's are upstairs.
Yeah. Well,
so I'm glad you have everything handy to share.
Cabinet,
Hi.
over there.
Hello.
All my pens are in there.
In that cabinet?
Yeah. The one camera's right there. But yeah, right in this area. There's
I love all your old cameras too.
Binders of pens. Oh, I love photography.
I completely endorse Scribo. Expensive, but you can't go back. Maybe the resins on the feel. You have to see it in person. Pictures will never do. Iron Mike. Something about the weight of the Scribo feel that I can't get over it.
It is, yeah. I only have one Scribo feel. It's a good pen. I enjoy it.
Mine is a fine flex because that's all they had in the pen that I wanted and the particular color and model. And I would like to try a non-flex nib because I'm not good at flex pens yet. I don't know that I'll ever be. It's not too soft so that if I just want to write lightly, I can easily write and it just comes out fine. But I would like to just get like a medium nib and like go to town, which I knew I would end up getting another one. And I think honestly, when I just got the Pelikan M800, again, we were talking about this earlier and I love this, but I think when I was comparing this, because this was, not that much less than the Scribo feel, a little bit less, but I remember just thinking like the Scribo feel is so substantial. Like that feels like a luxury pen, like when I hold it. And I think this was just kind of lightweight and I wasn't, but I felt like I needed to add this. I've been wanting this particular one in this color. And
it's a beautiful color combination of the brown. I love the brown cap and it's really,
you
really
have
beautiful.
the tortoise, which I love the tortoise. The brown tortoise one is so expensive. I couldn't touch that one.
I actually have the M400 of that pen that you have.
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
yeah, I have the smaller version of it. But yeah, this is the little M400 tortoise shell with the white.
I would love for them to release another tortoise shell of any tortoise because I just love.
I wish they released if they could release this as like an M800 or M600. That'd be perfect.
Any of the whites as an M800, I think would do.
Yeah, I'm surprised they only do it as an M600 for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't do it. Again, see, this is when I think if a woman was I just feel like the white is a little bit more feminine, maybe. I don't know, and I feel like we'd buy them.
I like the classic ones, but when it has the white trim or the white resin on it, it looks classy to me.
It's very pretty.
It's a really beautiful pen. I love the way that the barrel catches the light. It feels fancy to me.
It does. I do love the white.
Feels fancy.
I really like the white with the pink, but that one's like outrageously priced.
I'm reading what Iron is it Mike or Mick?
Or Mick, I don't know.
But he has they did have it in white tortoise. So I think I remember that.
I call her Lola.
I miss it. I call her Lola.
That we should start naming our pens. That would be really fun. Do you name?
That's what. So do you name all your pens? No, I don't.
That's going to be a thing. Pens. Let's start naming them.
Yeah, I don't name my pens.
I used to follow a woman who used to name her journals because she'd like be her bullet journals. She'd be with them for the year, so she would name them, which I thought was fun.
I think I would run out of names. I'd have to get a baby book to start naming my pens.
If you start naming your pens, for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I've already named you this. You're Anna. You're Chacho. I'm just making up names here. Your princess.
That one is pretty. Show that one up close from Taylor. That one's so beautiful.
This is the one I got at the Orlando Pen Show. They started using like dried flowers in the resin, and they pour their own resin.
That is just gorgeous.
Cecily that does it, and it's faceted as the Asher, which is just a cool pen. And even the grip section has a little bit of flower.
Wow, so pretty.
they're just, their pens are very good. You know what? I asked him, I said, how long does it take for you to create an Asher pen? He said like 6 hours. Wow. Because cutting the facets is, from what I understand, from what he described, it's tedious.
Yes,
to get to line up and.
Whenever you're looking at 2 pens, the faceted one is always more expensive.
Yeah.
Because it's more time
I
consuming.
know, right?
They're beautiful.
Yeah. Let's see it. Okay.
That is beautiful.
Checking my phone real quick.
This one says, I started getting pens to match life experiences and milestones. And I like, yes, I agree with that. Except I think of things like, this pen reminds me of the day that I walked to the mailbox and picked up my mail, because I just keep buying pens. So I keep thinking of different
things. This reminds me of that Tuesday. I walked to the mailbox and yes, my Kaveco was waiting in there. It's such a good day.
This is a milestone day.
I have to write my journal about that.
I have a few milestone pens, but I actually feel like I jumped the gun on some. Like I feel like I got some biggies without a milestone to attach to it. Like I did get my Scribo Feel for my 50th birthday. So that one I thought was really
That's a nice way to commemorate. I've never bought a pen to commemorate anything. I just think it's pretty and I buy it, or I figure
it's that Ariana Grande. I see it, I like it, I want it, I buy it. Remember that song?
Yeah, that's how it's always worked. Is like, I just see something and I like, and then I start plotting how I'm gonna get it. It's Tuesday. Tuesday is always a special day.
It's when we get pens. All right, Vanessa. Well, now it's been an hour and a half. This was great.
Gee.
I guess this is where we should go.
And people are still here. It's like, you're not bored.
I know. Well, see, this is what's nice about pen people is this is boring to 98% of the population, but not to our pen people. And it's actually really fun. And I feel like this is such a fun time of year with Black Friday.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Holidays.
That's what around the holidays, they always have, new pens seem to pop up, or new ink sets, or, stuff like that. So
this is funny. Getting out of bed is a milestone.
Tell me about it.
Look at my friend Heidi is back. Heidi, we need to get you a pen, my love. So we can end with this. This is a question that I asked Vanessa the other day. And it gives you a little insight to each of our personalities. So with regard, we're going to end on this. And then do you want to come back next week for another live?
Yeah. I mean, do you guys want us to come back?
People in the chat, did you enjoy this? We gave you no notice. We didn't advertise or anything.
This was just kind of a spur of the moment, spontaneous thing. We just kind of testing it out, seeing how it goes. And if this is something
more
that
agenda, we could try to stay on task a little bit more. Yes, thank you, Janice. One person's going to come back.
All right, we got one. We got one in. All right, we've got. Can I hear a second?
Do we have 3?
Ooh,
pink diamond cast. She will be known.
I have a pink diamond cast pen too. I'm going to call mine Barbie as well. I got mine's from Walltown Penworks. So yeah. But yeah, if this is something that y'all, would tune into, and we had a regular time for this, let us know. We can return.
Yes, for sure. And this time worked for Vanessa and I. I know it's probably early for some of you, but this is nice for us.
This even earlier, earlier in the afternoon, whatever.
Yeah, I think as long as we give a little bit more than 20 minutes notice, I think it might be.
Yeah, good. Just,
but I will say,
like Mondays.
Yeah, Mondays, it's a nice way to brighten Mondays. Mondays aren't bad for me. I typically have my assistant here for thrifting, and we do listing all day. So it's kind of like a work mode day for me. This is a nice.
No, wait a minute. So you texted that earlier today. You have an assistant. How does one get an assistant?
So I just got to the point with my thrift business that because I was doing like 2 videos a week on YouTube and just trying to process, like I go to the thrift store and then you come home and you wash everything and then you have to photograph it, list it, measure it.
That's a lot of work.
Inventory it, ship it. So all that back end stuff started to get to be too much if I was going to continue with 2 YouTube videos a week. And I worked at American Girl for almost 10 years. And one of the women, sidebar.
My daughter used to love American Girl at one time until she saw that movie with Chucky in it. She didn't want to touch those dolls ever again.
No, that's quite an investment for her to like, turn on.
It was an investment. I mean, she had a few of them, and it was like,
yeah, they have a store in Dallas.
I think they have one in Houston.
Yes. Oh, Houston.
Yeah, they've got one Houston, Dallas.
Yeah, so Tina, the woman who was my assistant, is somebody who I worked with at American Girl, and I'd kind of put it out in a video that I was like drowning in inventory and needed help. And so she comes like twice a week and she like photographs stuff, and
wow,
she's kind of operations for me. Yeah, she's wonderful. I literally could not do it without her. She's incredible.
Oh yeah,
now that I'm into pens, this is taking up more time because I'm just having so much fun with this side as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is it's definitely a rabbit hole you fall into and can't claw your way out, though. I mean, does anyone really want to get out of the rabbit hole?
I really don't. I'm honestly enjoying it down here. It's been fun.
Iron Mike says we should do this every day.
Oh, every day. That's ambitious. That is ambitious. Mondays are sad. Buy a pen. That's good advice, Heidi. Well, I am going to ink up my Frisbees tonight and try to have a better relationship with them.
In a relationship with.
I bought pretty ones.
Pens.
So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But this was so much fun, Vanessa. And from a technical point of view, this was so much easier than what we've tried to do.
That's what I guess see how the other thing turns out, but if it doesn't work out, it's not a big deal. I think this is much easier. There's no editing involved, and
plus we get to interact with people,
and I like it.
Which is kind of the whole idea.
Yeah, I like the interaction. I like seeing what people are writing over here. It's pretty cool.
It is fun.
And I don't get to like when I film my reviews, I don't get to see that. That would be cool to do, like a live review and talk to people.
Yes.
About that.
So maybe we need some suggestions for the name of our show, or
we don't know what to call it. What Iron Mike? You have an assistant too? Oh, it's your alarm clock.
If they feel I'm sunk. Okay, so this was my question regarding the Inkvent calendar: spoilers or no spoilers?
Yeah, I have mine. I have mine right here.
Do you like to see the colors in the Inkvent calendar? For my thrift friends, you might, this is like a typical advent calendar, but you get to open up a small bottle of ink every day by a company named Diamine Ink.
And they're just like these they don't have actual big bottles of these. These are like little.
What are they? 10 mils?
Yeah, they're little. They're tiny. I don't know.
But they're enough. Spoilers. I already am. Okay, so I am team spoiler, and Vanessa is team surprise.
I don't even get on social media when I'm doing the Inkvent. I'd like to test it first because there's already spoilers on there.
I've already watched 2 unboxings.
Wow.
So I am typically pro surprises. I really am. I don't, they're 12 mil bottles. Thank you.
Okay. They're cute little bottles.
I think they're like just the perfect size that you can ink up a few pens a couple times. And then you can decide if you want to buy the bottle. And they're not really expensive inks. I feel like Diamine inks are so reasonably priced.
They're very reasonable.
I love a lot of Diamine inks. The only reason that I watch the spoilers is because it's like $100 for the Inkvent calendar. So
it is.
Do I like the colors? Should that money go elsewhere? Like, I think if you're trying to budget, then I can see why people like.
Yeah, I'm doing that in collaboration with Appleboom. So I didn't have to spend $100
for Inkvent calendar. That's why it's a surprise.
Yeah.
That why. So that's my only rationale for wanting to see the colors. But I did catch a glimpse. I watched one video and I'm not going to watch any more, but I am going to get out there because I did like the colors. They were great.
Yeah.
People who want prizes shouldn't watch videos.
That's what I do not get on. I don't get on to social media before I swatch those things. I swatch mine, I play with it, and then I get on, and then I post the spoiler.
Right, without chat with Lori and the Gangsta for our
Lori,
name.
Lori and the Gangsta. It's like Tito.
I
and
like that.
Like Chico and the Man, or whatever.
Lori and the Gangsta. That's great. Yes, and on the extra 25, 30. Yes.
Yeah. That's
And
like
so
in the
each year
center
there's
of
a
the whole
color
thing.
theme, and so that last day you get something of that. So last year's ink pen calendar was green. This year it's purple. So you can expect that on day 25 you get something in that color
The
family.
regular, yeah, it's like the kind of the regular size, the standard size of the ink, I think. Yeah. So
Yes. Did you use color themes before you got into pens? I did not, Heidi. Stop. Well, kind of. Like the Tombos. This is the problem. All my thrifted bags of clothes, my dog loves the smell of thrifted clothes because you don't know where. So he's always like diving in.
Oh my gosh, how funny.
Even when I started with fountain pens, I really didn't think, I was like, oh, I'm not going to like, no. I'm like,
I was the same way. I was like, I only need black ink.
Mm.
I just need black ink.
Yeah. Why do you need 2 drawers full of ink?
I mean, I don't have just drawers. I've got like these little nesting trunks full of ink over. I've got like 2 over here, 1 right here, and then there's 1 here at the bottom, all with ink. It's ridiculous. There's no way
we could sponsor an ink swap. I feel like I need to do an ink swap.
That actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Gangsta time with Tata.
Gangsta time. That can go in so many directions. Gangsta time with Faye. That's fun. This sounds so dangerous. Nope, everybody's going to put on, and then they're going to be really disappointed when we're talking about fountain pens.
They're like, wait, what?
I see Gangsta and Tata, and we're talking about pens.
The best thing I can do to make it more dangerous, if you want a little danger, is I could wear some knuckles while talking.
You just have those in your bag?
Yeah, I carry them in my purse.
Is that a Texas thing?
Yeah, it's legal. You can carry knuckles here in Texas.
That you can just take somebody out?
Yeah.
I've never seen those in my life.
You've never seen I've got a whole drawer of brass knuckles. I'm not gonna. I mean,
No,
yeah, I do. I've got a little collection. I also have this. You think it's a comb, right? You think that's a comb? That's not. It's a knife.
Okay. Clearly, we didn't talk that much.
Just say. I mean, just if you want a little danger, if we can bring some danger to the show.
All right. They don't call you gangsta for nothing.
Well, I'm just a little odd, I guess.
That was really funny. That was the highlight of the show. Good gravy. You guys live by a different standard. And I'm like the wimpy Northeast girl. I wouldn't say wimpy, but
yeah,
I don't have
different in Texas. In Texas, you can carry knuckles. I've got a slapjack I carry. I actually bought it from it's a local company in Dallas. It's a leather, like what the cops beat people with. I have one.
Like a billy club?
Slapjack. You hit it, you can hit, it's weighted, so you can hit someone with it. If you feel like you're being threatened, you take it out of your purse. You can
Have
hit
you ever
them
had
with
to
it.
use any of these?
No.
Okay, but just in case.
But you never know.
Well, let me just say this. The next time we go to a pen show, I'm hanging with you. I'm not going to worry about anything.
Well, see, other states you can't carry knuckles with you. It's a felony. It used to be a felony here, but
don't look like they should be a felony.
no, those were stealth knuckles.
Maybe your comb knife.
I don't know if I can get on an airplane with that or not. I haven't tried.
Shit just
got real, yo.
Scariest thing in Michigan is a bad winter storm.
Scariest thing in Texas is 105-degree weather in the summertime with humidity.
Right.
I think my husband's home. The dog just hit the door.
Oh,
that's what I was like.
He's been like biting me for half an hour as I've said goodbye 3 times.
I know it's hard to. it's hard to pull away, but especially when you're talking about pens.
I know. Well, okay. So you've convinced us. We'll be back next week. Maybe I'll talk to Vanessa off screen and we'll see if Mondays is a day that works for us.
Mondays, yeah. I mean, start
Mondays
the week off with a smile.
Like I said, it's typically a work day, and I'm off the clock at 3:30. That's when Tina goes home. So just walk Lumpy a little bit. We can do
that's 2:30 my time, and I'm usually done working by 2:30 to 3, so I can totally do that.
Okay, I could do a little bit earlier than what we did today, but then everybody can be off.
Yeah.
If we do it enough times, people will get used to the time that we're at, and that will just be it. And then the nice thing is that we'll be able to keep it on the replay afterward.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so if you guys want to DM Vanessa or I and let us know topics you'd like us to talk about in upcoming weeks, we'll try to have some sort of a format. We'll introduce our pen and handbag next week. We'll do that. And
the handbag intro. Anybody here?
Fountain pens or weapons? Let's talk. Heidi's a writer too. She is funny. Okay, Lumpy.
Cool.
We're done.
Oh, look at Lumpy! How cute he is. He's
very sweet. Mondays at 5 p.m. So there would be. It might be 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Texas time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, James, what part of the country are you in? I mean, because are you on the East Coast? Are you Central Standard? Like, I mean, if it's I could do California time.
Brass knuckles and knives.
I'll bring out my brass knuckles next time. I'll show y'all my brass knuckles. I also have a rape alarm that my mother-in-law gave me for some reason.
Well, is mace allowed? I feel like mace is illegal here.
I have pepper spray. I don't have mace. I have pepper spray. Yeah, that's I am ready to go. If you want to rumble.
Channel. Okay, friends, thank you so much. Actually, this was really encouraging. It was really nice of all of you to show up on such short notice. We will definitely appreciate it.
How many people tuned in? Does it tell you?
We have 38 right now.
38.
Yeah.
All right.
Which I think is wonderful. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. I have a machete, but it doesn't.
A machete. Hey, you get a holster for that and wear it on your belt.
Oh my gosh. All right. So until next week, we'll try to think of something jingly and catchy and names and formats. But I have a feeling that Vanessa and I are kind of like trust the process, and we will we'll go with it.
See what it goes.
Something fun will emerge. I didn't know we were going to talk about brass knuckles today. We could work that into the show next week.
Always a surprise. There's always a surprise.
Bye, Heidi. So thank you guys so much. Have fun writing this week. Happy Fountain Pen Day on Friday.
Yes.
I hope you find everything you've dreamed for at a
distance. I hope all your wishes come true.
Bye, everybody. Thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Mwah.